Can everybody see the 4 drawings I made on the board? Thanks, I try. So today we're going to talk about proving congruency in triangles using what you may have heard of, as we've talked about before, the side-side-side postulate, the angle-side-angle postulate, and the side-angle-side postulates. So to start out, that's embarrassing. So to start off, I want you guys to just individually think about these 4 images we have on the board and answer these 3 questions about them. First, is there enough information to prove that the triangles are congruent? If so, state the postulate that proves this, and if not, state what else you need to know and what that other information would give you, which postulate that other information would give you. Does that make sense? So everybody take about 7 minutes individually, and then we'll come together as a group.
For the side angle or angle side? Oh no. Can't do single side. If it were that bottom one.
Yeah, you're right.
That'd be good. Okay, number 3. So that one. The sides and the one. Am I supposed to talk about that?
I feel short.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards the fact that
So the
I
other
think you
one,
can, there is enough information
do
in
is
that one, three,
if we had that bottom
Mhm.
one.
because I'm looking, well, first of all 3 sides are clearly labeled as congruent in the first one.
Yep.
In the third one, it only seems like there's one side that's labeled as congruent, they both share a side.
That's
That
so crazy.
be another example where they have a congruent side and you have an angle that they share in the middle. So side, angle, side. And then angle, side, angle, clearly pretty well labeled right there, so you have angle and angle. Yeah, so you have 2 angles, they're both congruent one another, and then you have the side in between. So,
But what about 2 then?
yeah, that is the one I feel like there's not enough information about. Because when you look at the longest side of those triangles,
So we
you
said
have
that.
one side
2
that
was
is
the
clearly
one
labeled as
enough
congruent, and they
information
each have an angle
to prove
that is
they were
also
congruent.
And we said that if we
congruent,
knew
not congruent,
the
well,
bottom
the same
side,
measure.
like the 2 bottom sides were congruent,
However,
or the 2
the
top angles were
the top
congruent,
sides,
then that would
the
prove
ones that are
congruency.
kind of up vertically,
And which postulate would
I
prove
feel
that
like
if
you can
had?
move
Well,
those,
if we
kind of twist
had
those and rotate those
The
around.
bottom side would be
Even
the
if being able to
side
extend
angle
that bottom
side,
side
or
on
if
each of the
we had top
triangles,
angle, it would
and
be
that,
angle
and you can
side.
do that in completely different ways for both triangles and make it clear they aren't
And I guess
necessarily
technically
congruent in all
we all 3
cases.
sides, we could make it
We
sense.
said
So-
that, but then we would need 2.
In this case, what would be needed
I was just
to
giving
prove
another
that these
perspective.
triangles are
No, that's good.
So
Maybe-
you would either need,
We're not working
okay, you would either need that probably
We
from
can
the
bridge
top
that.
angle
Yes.
to the top angles to be congruent,
McKenna, what do you
or
think?
the side, the
I
other
just
side of
second
the bottom
everything.
angle.
All right.
Both would need to be congruent as well.
I did.
All right, bring it back together. Let's do this. Who wants to come up and say if there's enough information for number 1 and also write which postulate you think proves it?
Me.
Go for it.
There you go.
Okay, so we said that there is enough information, because if all the sides are the same, there's only one way that they can fit together, and this is proven by side, side, side.
That's beautiful. That's what I said too.
How about number 2? Who wants to give an explanation for that?
I can do it.
Go for it.
Okay, so, well, what I noticed was, first of all, you have, on the triangles, you have one side that is clearly congruent, they're both congruent. And then you have two angles that are of the same measure to one another, but there's no other signs that anything else is similar. Sorry, not similar. The lengths are congruent, and there's no evidence that there's any other angles that have the same measure together. So with that, what I noticed was, if you don't mind me drawing something out a little
No,
bit.
go for it.
So, ignoring this one for a second, hypothetically, based on, if I was to mess around with this triangle right here, I could come up with another triangle that has the same length and the same angle measurement, but I could extend the side way out here and then do something like that. It's a very terrible triangle. That looks terrible, it's a banana. But clearly, there's a lot of room to tweak some things with this triangle, showing that there isn't enough evidence to really conclude that these two wouldn't be congruent. Because you could come up with counter examples to that. With that being said, if there's anything else that's needed, I noticed a couple things. One, you could prove that these two angles are of the same measure. So you can do side angle theorem. Or these two sides would need to be congruent. So you can do side angle side. So that's what I noticed. Yeah, so I'm gonna say not enough info.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Okay. Does everybody see how he came up with what he did? How about number 3? Who wants to grab the marker and take a shot at that?
I'll do it. Oh, wow, I get the last one. I mean, if
I
you
mean,
want
someone else
to.
can take it. We're not gonna force anybody.
So, got it. I noticed that this side is shared between the two triangles, so it has to be equal because it's the same. So, I'm just gonna do that. So then, side angle side, side angle side.
Everybody agree? Okay, any volunteers for the last one?
I'll do it.
Okay, she did.
Nice catch. All right, so I noticed this one has two congruent angles, but also between the two angles is a side that they seem to share in the same length. So because of that, I concluded that it is two congruent triangles by angle side angle.
Everybody agree?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Okay.
Alright, so we've been talking about the side postulate, side postulate, and also the side angle postulate for a little bit of time now. However, we haven't talked anything about proving if the triangle is congruent through side angle postulate. Now, do you think the side angle postulate can be used to prove congruence in triangles? Think with your partners. As you do this.
I don't think you can. I think you're gonna end up with, I'm never on this, but it is what it is.
Well,
Okay, so let's create a triangle. Let's go with
for example,
maybe we'll do this one for our first one. We'll say 6. No. It's kind of the real right triangle. 5. 3 is right. So let's say we're gonna use this side and this side and maybe this angle right here.
This side, and then this angle.
why am I so dumb?
This
I
angle
feel like you
has
could
the
do-
same.
Oh, 'cause you can do
But if you still have an angle that's like this,
Huh.
that could be, so you could do like this.
So do you remember the explanation you gave for number 2 up here, like where you started with that?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
This side is the same as this side.
Are you just having trouble drawing it, or?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to visualize this, so.
Different triangles.
Beautiful.
Cause this side can be whatever length, so like, you can like.
Yeah, I think you
this
could
side,
just,
like, kind of go in like in part.
well,
Or you can like meet this
This is
side and go there.
But here in this triangle,
Mhm.
isn't this just the same as this triangle if this angle's congruent? It's because the angle then,
yeah, I'm just having trouble
these
like,
two are congruent.
I'm like trying to think in my head of
They're
maybe
the
this.
same length here.
What?
Use the marker, maybe we can.
Yeah.
So I don't think it can prove congruent.
You send me.
I don't think it can either, I'm just having an issue with
Oh.
trying to visualize
Oh,
my
okay.
drawing.
Now I see what you're saying.
Like that.
Try to designate,
Like this
it doesn't even
side.
necessarily have to be measurements, just try to designate which angle you're gonna look at, which angle and which side you're gonna be the same.
Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
these two sides of art, I'm gonna keep it the same. Just.
Hardcore.
I think I'm thinking is, I feel like if we rotate this side, hypothetically, we could make this a longer
Actually, you know, and I
or
guess
shorter
it
side
would be
measurement.
right.
But I think that would affect the angle measurement right here as well. That's my only thing.
I like the route that you're taking with this. However, try to put something somewhere else.
Try to put in the angle side.
Okay.
Just look at that. Maybe so that. So you have the angle here,
Ah, okay.
and it moves, it's not.
You could also probably have one that goes like that.
I'm trying to see here.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
that looks a lot better.
Yeah, 'cause the triangular, you move this.
Alright,
It's not-
we wanna all come back together?
Yeah.
Alright, so what did y'all notice?
That this was a very interesting discussion. Because it brought about a lot of ideas and we kind of had to play around with it to see, to explore what was happening.
So what was one of your ideas?
We kind of noticed that it kind of depended like where we put our angle at to help us visualize what was going on and how it affected like the sides that it was with.
Okay. What about you two?
We noticed that you could, I mean, you could change the side that wasn't designated as congruent and make pretty much any other triangle that was still fit the condition.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So if we look at this diagram right here, so if you have the angle right here, this piece right here can can stay constant, and this piece right here can move freely as much as it wants, and it can just create a whole different triangle, as you can see right over here. I can't believe I'm touching this. But basically, that's how why the side angle postulate does not work, because you can create multiple different triangles from this postulate.
Okay.
Does everybody understand what's happening in the image?
Yeah.
You're just taking this leg and swinging it over here until it's even with this other side length.
And then what a couple of y'all also did is you just extended one of the legs and just kept making more and more triangles. That's what you all did. So that's also another way that you can do that as well. All right. All right. So after learning about side, angle, and side angle, side, now we have a problem for you. So, given that H right here is the midpoint of segment GK, prove that these two triangles are congruent.
That's embarrassing. I didn't finish my sentence.
Hmm.
Presentation.
Yeah.
Prove that.
Prove that.
Prove it.
Prove what?
Could it be that the picture got in the way?
Is this
No,
one?
I just straight up didn't type it.
Okay.
And it has by definition.
So prove that,
And
those two are,
So if H is the midpoint, then if a
What do you guys
midpoint divides the segment in half, essentially, because the midpoint is like that. See, if the midpoint's here, then this segment is equal to this segment. So, 2, 2, 3, 3. So it should be congruent by side, side, side.
wait. I should have trouble.
Josh, what's
Because,
going on?
let's see.
What do you think, Josh? What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm just,
What does a midpoint do?
Yeah, what does a midpoint do?
oh gosh, okay. Never mind, that didn't even cross my mind. Yep, you're right.
But
I was like, I was looking at the picture and honestly, I was not really.
Alright, so that was our extension, just because it goes back to algebra and what they learned in algebra, just because they may have forgot some stuff. And then this was actually the last 20 minutes of our lesson. So in the first the motivation is basically them writing congruency statements for triangles. And then after that, they're gonna make a graphic organizer with, there's 3 distinct pictures that they have at the beginning that they have to write congruency statements for, and they're gonna cut those 3 pictures out, and they're gonna sort them in each like slot that says angle, side, side angle, side, just so they have like a graphic organizer they can open and close and see which one's which. So, and that was pretty much our lesson.
Swanky. Nice.